Hey guys, I am so excited to reveal to you and give you a walkthrough on 6 all new, very exciting products. All health related, but not necessarily required for you to use them for your health. There's some neat planning tools in them. So I'm going to turn the camera around right now and walk you through each one of them. Okay, so first up we have the Daily Wellness Tracker. And this product was created, there's a little instructions sheet, and then we have page numbers on every page, which is a feature in all of our products that my team and I are really passionate about. We really use our page number features in all of our personal planners a lot. But on each daily page, and you can download the free printable to try it, there's a spot for you to mark the date and then how you feel today. And if you have any pain and what location that pain is in. So like if you have a sore throat or something, you could mark this here. And then this little section right here is for you to document, what did you take for your sore throat? What was the response to that treatment? And then there's just this spot for you to also write in and record your sleep, your exercise, and your mood on a daily basis. Then there's a spot for any meds and/or therapies that you can put right here. There's a spot for you to jot your schedule for the day right here. A spot for you to do some tasks and notes here. And what I've been using this section for is my supplements. I take a lot of like vitamin C, vitamin D, omega-3, like a lot of supplement type things. And so I've been keeping that list of my stuff here. And then there's a meals section. You can either write what your meal plan for the day is, or in retrospect, you can write like what you had so that you can, track that. And the whole idea behind this product is there's 6 months worth of pages in here. So it's a 6-month, if you're going to use it every single day, it's a 6-month planner. It's non-dated because there might be times when you skip a day. But the overall thought behind this is you can look through something and then figure out like how you've been feeling and what you've put into your body that has helped you. Like it helps you connect the dots, So if you took one supplement and your joints quit hurting or something like that. So it's just a place for you to document all that information so that you can take it to a doctor's appointment or even just flip back through it and figure out what you need to do to, or just figure out what dots to connect. I'm having trouble with my word finding today. I need to make a note of that in my daily wellness tracker. Next up, we have 5 of these little A5 sized notebooks. These are the same size as our Whitney English notebooks. I've got one of those right here. So they're the same dimensions as the Whitney English notebooks. But they each serve a different purpose. And I'm going to start by telling you about it's all health related. You could of course use some of these for something else. I always love seeing how creative you guys get with the products that we create and how you use them and adapt them to work for you. But I'm going to start by talking about the medical organizer. So this is one of the most important things that you need in your life, just bottom line. When this whole COVID-19 thing started, Jonna and I realized that if someone was going to have to go to a hospital, go to an emergency room, they were probably going to go by themselves. They probably would not be able to take anybody in with them, and that all of their medical information needed to be documented in one place. And we actually already had this product in the works when COVID-19 came onto the scene, and we basically put our foot on the gas pedal and accelerated the creation of this product. It's just so important. This is a little book You could fill one out for every person in your family. Every page in this book is different. It's almost like a little workbook. And I'm going to show you the table of contents right here. Emergency contact info, a place to document all your health history, your medical providers, your medical insurance, any additional contacts and notes. And so the thought behind this is something where you will keep all this information. Now you might know your name, maiden names and other names, social security, driver's license number, things like that. But if someone has to take you to the hospital, or if you are unable to speak for yourself or convey this information, this little book will do it for you. So there's a lot of basic information right here. And then there's a spot to do any advanced directives and location of documents, like your attorney, your accountant, living will, power of attorney, a DNR, which is a do not resuscitate statement, the last will and testament, and the executor of your will and estate, organ and tissue donation preferences. So we have touched on every little thing that you need to record your health history here. This page is for allergens. This page is for immunizations. This page is for diagnoses. So any type of diagnoses you receive, you would document there. This is medications and supplements, where you would put your drug name, the dosage, the frequency, the date you started that drug, the date you stopped taking it, any notes related to that. This is another page for the same thing, medications and supplements. There's a spot to document your hospitalizations, any outpatient procedures you've had, any surgeries, any ER visits, any assistive devices like a pacemaker, or any type of device, medical device that you have that needs to be noted, and then a spot for additional notes. Then there is a spot for your family health history, and it lists your mother, your father, your maternal grandmother, paternal grandmother, maternal grandfather, paternal grandfather, any siblings right here. So you can keep a record of family health history here. And then there's a spot for you to make a list of your medical providers. You know, when you're filling out information and they ask you who your current medical provider is, and you have to stop and go look that information up. You don't have to look it up anymore because it can be right here in front of you. And then you can list past primary care providers, specialty medical care providers, like if you've had referrals to any other doctors. And then at the bottom of this, there's a section for your eye doctor and your dentist, and then just notes. And then there's a section for, the next section is medical insurance. And so this is a place where you can keep all of your insurance policy numbers, names, things like that. Dental, vision, and then additional copays, a spot for if you have an additional copay on your insurance plan for a chiropractor or a psychiatrist or something like that. And then you can also make a document of the labs in your area that are covered by your insurance plan. So if you need to send off for blood work, you can tell your doctor what lab to use so that it'll save you some money. And then there's a spot for you to document websites, usernames, and passwords. So like if your hospital has a medical portal, or your primary care doctor has a medical portal, all that stuff is hard to remember, and this section is to help you organize that. Then there's a page for hospitals in network, urgent cares in network. Again, if you're sick and you need to go to the hospital, this can be a very handy reference page. You can just look at it really quickly. You already know the information, and you can tell somebody where to take you. There's your preferred pharmacy, and then it addresses and contact information for additional pharmacies. And then there's contact information for friends and family, as well as several pages of notes section in the back. So in the front, there is a spot to put emergency contact info. So you would put any additional contact information back here in this back, in the back section for contacts. And we've also used these colors to kind of divide the sections, so you can kind of see on the edges, each section has a color that relates to it, just to help you kind of find your way through this little book. really quickly. So super important. I know I spent a lot of time walking through that, but a very valuable and handy little tool. Then we also have an 18-month calendar. You could use this for health stuff. You could use it for other things if you wanted to. Sometimes it's just nice to have a monthly overview calendar. So this is this year, July 2020 through June 2021. And this is next year, July 2021 through June 2022. Then there's a spot for you to just make some notes about the year ahead and the year in review. And for both years, for 2020 and then for 2021 as well. And then we just get to the monthly calendar pages with holidays noted, and there's 18 months of it. It goes all the way through, and there's a notes page in the back, through December of 2021. So that's pretty nifty. So that's a handy tool. Then we have an expense log, and this was designed to help you track expenses related to your healthcare. And there's an example page that shows how you could use it right here. And then it's just there's page numbers to help you keep track of what page you're on. But that's all it is just pages to help you track expenses. So you could track co-pays on one page. You could track out-of-pocket expenses on another page. You could just keep a chronological tracking of all your medical expenses in this book, but also a very handy little resource to have all those expenses recorded in one spot. Come tax time, you can write some of that stuff off. Then there is a book for healthcare visits. And so this is, and again, there's an example page. There are instructions in each of these little books to help you, make preparations for, on how to use each little book. And so this book, the healthcare visits page, this is all about preparing for an upcoming healthcare visit or a visit with some type of medical provider, and then a spot to make notes about what was discussed, what was recommended, things like that. So at the top, you would list the name of the healthcare provider, the date, and the reason for visit, any symptoms that you want to note, any questions or concerns that you want to ask while you're there. And then this spot down here is when you're at the doctor, you can record all of your vital information as they take it, note any tests performed, results, any diagnosis that is identified, and then any medication or therapy instructions you have for follow-up. And so again, just having all of those healthcare visits all in one place, this is something that you could, so if you were going to a doctor's visit, you would take your medical organizer so that you have your family health history with you, and your healthcare visits so that you can make note of those things while you are at your appointment. And then the last book that we have for you, and again, you could use this for health, but you could also use it for a lot of other things as well, is our weekly tracker. Again, there's an instruction page and then an example page right here. And I just love the colors on this page. But you could track any number of things. You could track meals. There's just, you could track supplements. You could track homework assignments. You could track appointments. You could track just absolutely anything. And it's just a beautiful little book, pretty with all those colors. And if you are tracking weekly information that you need to let your medical provider know about, this is also something that you might want to take to your doctor's visit. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I am so excited about these. They're coming to our shop on July 29th at 10 a.m. Central Time. See you guys then.